to make these things, like you hear these sounds in your head and come up with a way, you know, it's like making synthesizers. Like if you're really into making synth patches or whatever, it's like doing that but with wood, you know.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah, like a sample wooden sample patches.
Yeah, actually, I mean, if you are into synthesizers, here's a little thing. Like for people talking about like what to do about like bearing edges and top and bottom of drum, like what head choices for like tops and bottoms of drums. Like if you think about a drum like a synthesizer, right? Like the ADSR curve, right? So it's like the batter head on a drum is like attack decay, and the reso head on a drum is like sustain release, right? Yes. So you can actually manipulate the sound of a drum the same as you would a synthesizer. By changing the top head and the bottom head, you can manipulate the envelope of the drum exactly the same as you do a synthesizer if you like sort of approach it that way, which is a thing I could talk about for like a very long time. Nice. But it's just a little, I don't know, it's a little thing that I'll throw out there.
This is something that I learned to respect a lot when I went to school, some acoustic classes. And the first thing you learn is like how an harmonic works in a string, and then right after that they tell you like, well, in a drum it's a little bit more complicated.
Yeah, a little bit.
I think you have to get a degree to understand how that works in a drum, in the surface.
Yeah, the physics of the way a membrane vibrates and tone production and overtones and all, yeah, that's I can recommend some really great books about that though if you're interested. There's an awesome book called The Science of Percussion Instruments. I'll have to look up the author, but yeah, I have some really great books that explain that in a way that really cool. Is kind of understandable.
And it's fun because I don't know, with music we kind of like have this thing, you know, like all the theory we learn and what we actually do in the stage, which are quite different. And but I see that on drums, you know, drummers tend to go a lot through this because when we start understanding that, like, you know, changing, and also our you know, a drum set is a modular instrument anyway, so we're kind of already thinking on like, oh, this cymbal, it sounds good, but I rather my pen, and I just put my pen in here.